Hi guys, it's Bucket. Today we will learn how to build this. It looks very awesome. You have a, you have a cat, and yeah, the last video we learned how to build this. It's called the navbar navigation menu, and we learned how to add this here, uh, a cart, and this is also an image. I'll show you guys how to add this, and we're gonna add this image as well, and we're gonna add a text, some text below. So let's get to the text editor. Here is my text editor. As you can see, I already have the boilerplate. It's called an HTML5 boilerplate. And here is my CSS file already, and it already contains a Google Fonts imported. You could find videos on how to import Google Fonts to your CSS document. So let's start. Now you have in the first part we're gonna work on our header. This is called the header, and this is called the navigation. So we're gonna put an anchor tag, a dead link, which is an hashtag. Close it, and hit enter, and inside we're gonna put an image inside of this. What's the image called? My image is called open menu. Here you go, open menu. That's my image. And after this, we have the navigation. Like basically the same thing we did last lesson. We're gonna repeat the process. This time we're gonna have 5 list items. I'm gonna multi-select them like this. I hold the Alt key on my keyboard. And I'm gonna add an anchor tag again with another dead link. I'm gonna replace this one. I'm gonna multi-select all of them again, like so. And now I'm gonna put in text. Here we have shirt, bag, JXOS, and we have gifts and toys. Shirts, bags, JXOS, sorry, gifts. The last one is toys. Okay, and after this, after the navigation, we have to add this right here. We have to no, we're not gonna use a div tag, we're gonna use an anchor tag. An image. It's called shopping cart for me. If I hit Ctrl Save, alright, let me show you guys something real quick. This is our page. There is nothing on here. So now I will hit Ctrl Save, Ctrl S, and boom, everything appeared. Here we have a white cart, so you can see it. So let's start by reducing the size of this menu. This menu, here it is. Here, it's very big. It's the size of the image. Sorry. So now, before anything else, we have to write default codes to reset the border and the margin and padding, basically. And I think I showed you guys how to do this. It is done by the asterisk before. We have before and we have after as well. Yep. We're gonna have margin 0, padding 0, box size, border box, and we're good to go. Then we're gonna go to the HTML. You don't have to always do this, but I prefer doing it. We're gonna give it a min height of 100%. So now everything is good to go. So let's start with the body elements. We have to give it a font family, a background, and a text color. My background will be light coral. My background will be this color, this one. It's called light coral. My font will be black. So I'm gonna save this, and this is what you've got. You have the cat image, you have the big menu image as well. So let's reduce this. We're gonna work on the header. We're gonna use display flex to make everything horizontal. It's used in many browsers nowadays, many pages. I mean, we're gonna justify space around like last video. Same thing, everything is same. Align items to center. Basically, you just watch last video and do this part in 90% width. So it's gonna have space by the sides, and I'm gonna center it. Margin of auto. Auto. And now we're gonna give it a height of 10 view height, which will basically 10 view height is from here to here, more or less. So I'm gonna save this, and as you can see, everything is in the center. These images are like this because we did give the header this line of code, display flex, and we added this justify content space between. So now let's do some basic resets again. The list items, we're gonna remove all the underline, none, color black, I think I should do a font size of 1 rem. Sorry, 1 rem is 16 pixels. Okay, so now this image, we can select this image on its own because, well, we can just hit image, but then we will select both images. So if you want to select something, it's best to specify, you have to give it a class. Logo. The next image is this one, another class. Cards. We save this. Now, let me select just the first image. dot logo. Give it a height. "20 pixels." It's way smaller now. Check this. Here it is. It's smaller. But this one as well, we're gonna select it using the same class we gave it. We'll get there soon. So after we've done the logo, let's work on this. Here, the navigation, we're gonna spread them horizontally. So first things first, we remove these black dots right here. It's called list items. List style, none. And if I save, nothing is there. Okay. So now we're gonna select the inside the list style. We have LIs. So in order for them to be horizontal, if you guys remember the last lesson, we have to change a property called display. A bit of margin, space in between them. Let's space them out. Up 0, up and down 0, left and right 1 rem. Yeah. Let's save this. Are you guys seeing how it is now? It's spaced out. Okay, so if you look at, basically, if you come here, this JXOS is not like, it's different. It's basically a style different from the other links in the navigation. So let's do that. So we will go back to the HTML file. Inside here, let's multi-select. You hold Alt, you click, you click, you click, you click. Now, if you type CLS class, you give all of them a class of navlink. It's simpler to select. And the JXOS is this one. Please, I will give it a second class so I can select it more. I will call it nav accent, as in color accent. I've saved it. Let's get back to CSS and style this. So after we select the list items, let's tackle now the accent, the special character, the special one, special font, or whatever you want to call it. Nav accent. So we're gonna give it a font weight, a font size, a position, and it. Okay, let's start with the font weight. It has to be very, very bold, I think. So I'll give it 500 only. You can give it up to 800. And the font size, yeah, I think is bigger than the rest of the element. 2 rem. 2 rem is basically 16 times 2, which is 32. Basically, you could write 32 pixels or 2 rem. I'm gonna give it a position. Alright, now hold on, let me just save this. And now check this out. It's big, alright? It's very big. Okay. So I think it's like, it has to be a bit down, I feel. So I will work on a property called position. Relative. Then I will give it top, like 5 pixels. It's going to push it. If you say top, it's going to go down. If you say bottom, it's going to go up. So now if I save this, it's now it moved down little, just little. But now if you look, these are all in lowercase, but if you check this out, I think they're more like capitalized. So here, what I will do is go to the anchor tag. The anchor tag have a class. They all have a class of nav link. Here you go, nav link. And I will say text transform capitalize. If I save this, and now let's see, they all have the first letter in capitals. Okay. This one's a bit lighter. Okay. Now, up here, font weight of 300. Save. I think they are almost same. Okay, 300. I think they're almost same. Okay. Let me try to change the font. I think now it looks more like it. Bags and everything. The font family. It's called font family. We check this out. So now I will work on the nav accent. I will make it very much bold, like very, very bold. I changed it from 500 to 800. If I save it, now it's like this. Okay, now apparently this has a different font family. Okay, so now I will do this. Where is the... Okay, the accent will have a different font family called Poppins or anything if it's dependent on what you imported. Poppins. Sans serif. Let me save it. And now it's way thicker. Very, very thicker. Very, very thick. Sorry. Okay. So if we look here, I think we have to oh, here, this, the cart image. Let's reduce this. It's so big. Pause. Here, this cat image is called cat, a class of cat. So let's select the cat itself. Dot cat. Let's give it a height of 20 pixels. Make it way smaller. Save. And now it's here and here, and we have everything. I think we have almost everything. What's wrong with the page? Reload. Okay, boom. So now we've got everything. Yeah. So the next phase or stage is to add category. This black cat in it. I remember I added the body as a light coral. Don't forget. So now we will have to write the next. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. All right. Out of the header now, we've got to work on the next section called container. It can be called whatever, anything. You choose a name. And inside this next section, we will add another div tag in it. I'll explain why. Called whatever. I'm gonna call it cat image. Save. No. Container. sorry, dot container, because it's a class container. We will give it a height of 45 view height. The first header we gave it a height of 10, and now we've given this one 45. So I think altogether in total is 55 we've used, and we're left with 45. I think hopefully I'm correct. And we will give this header a width of 90% like this one. Remember, the header also had the width of 90% and margin auto. So we'll do the same thing. Width of 90% and margin auto. That's done. So now, then inside this container here, you have this cat image, this other div. So we're gonna use this other div as the cat. All right, hold on. Let me show you guys some magic right now. We will give this a width of 90 as well. After the width, normally you have the margin to make it, to give it basically to make it center. And now we will give it a height. We won't give it a height of 40 VH like this container, because this container has a child, and the child is cat. So we will tell cat, take the height of your mom, which will be 100%. Basically, I will tell the cat, take everything your mom has, 100%. Everything, not 50. Every goddamn thing your mom has, you should take it 100%. So now we will give this cat a background. The background. Let me select the cat image from my collection. Now, since I am in the CSS file and my CSS file is in a different folder, I will have to write this. Write this code differently from you guys. And now we will, basically we have the cat already. Let me save. Let me click here. Here is a cat already. And now what's going on here? As you can see, it's repeating, right? Okay, fine. No worries. Background hyphen repeat. No repeat, sir. Save. Guess what? It's gone. It's no longer repeating. So, but it doesn't look centered at all. So what else? So whenever you're playing with background and you have an image, it's good to always have these 3 or 4 properties or lines of code. Background, size, cover, or cut, or contain, same thing. Not saying I'd rather go with contain. I'll show you what cover does. Then you have background position, center. So these 3 things will adjust everything. Shall I Control S? I've got my cat now. We're good to go, right? We're good to go. Okay. If I did cover, let me see if it works. Control S. It's gonna be way big. It's gonna be super big. So most of the time, it's good to use contain. Okay, we're done with contain and everything else. So now let's finish this part. We're done with this here. So here we're done with this, and now we have to add this from here down with the text. So you can name it whatever you like. Anything you feel like you wanna, you just name it. You just be creative and name it. No, there's no harm in calling it Boboza or whatever, or Jack Sparrow. I'm gonna call my main content. gonna call my main content. And inside main content, I'm gonna add a span inside of here. I'm gonna call my span cat. This. You have cat and kitty. Cat and kitty, right? Okay. The kitty, I will give the kitty an H2. I wrote kitty. Okay, after that, we have the paragraph. We have this paragraph. It's a ghost. What? A ghost, though invisible. Okay. We've got this. Okay. A ghost, though invisible, still is like a place your site can. Okay. Damn, I can't read. We use the break tag to go to the next line. Knock on a coin. Okay. I can copy it, but another break. Next line, as you can see, guys. Disappeared. Oh, disappear. Then 2 line breaks now. And the final line. Is that what it says? Oh my god, I'm adding things. Control S. Okay, we're almost done. Now let's come here and see. So here it is, right? It looks mad weird. Gosh. Hey guys, chill. Don't cry. Don't panic. I've got this. Okay. Now, remember we called our section main section, right? Okay, let's give it do we call it main section or main content? I'm confused, guys. Oh, main content. I'm sorry. Main content. Let's give it a height. Remember, we used 45 already, so we used 55 already. We left with 45, so that's what's left. Then now let's give it a background color so you guys see what I'm talking about. Let's make it white, and if I save, this is what happens now. Yeah, exactly. Crazy, right? Now things are looking mad weird, so we'll have to do text align of center. Exactly, text align. It means things are aligned. And let's give it some padding. I think padding top because it's so close, like here, it's so close of 2.5 rem. So save, and now boom, there you go. We're almost done, man. Almost. So what's left? We have the span. If you remember, we had this inside the content, a span and an h2. Let's get that done as well. Dot main content span. Font size because it's so tiny, man. So tiny. Let's just give it 1 rem. No ham, no foul. A padding of let's say 1 up and down, then 0 left and right. A letter spacing and a font family. Letter spacing is space each letter. Letter spacing of 4 pixels or less. I think 4 pixel works, and the font family. Times. Wait, let me check here. Okay, this one. Perfect. And one more thing, text transform, because we have the first in capital and the other ones in lowercase. Now I've saved it. This is what we have from this cut. Alright, I think I'll give more letter spacing. Okay, got it, guys. I heard. Relax, guys. I'm hearing you. Okay, 5. Oh my lord, it keeps popping up, man. 0.5. Save. Yeah, it's a bit big now. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we have the H2 on the paragraph. Then we're done, guys. The H2, we have the font size because I think it's way bigger. Font size of 2 rem with 2 rem. Then let's give it a good font weight of 800, man, because it's super bold. Remember, we transform into uppercase and letter spacing. Uh, 10 pixel will do fine. If I save this is what I have. This kitty and this kitty, they almost look alike now. Almost. Okay. It's so close in a space up All right, let me give it margin. Margin of 14 pixels up and down, 0 left and right. Let me save and say. Fair enough, not bad. Okay. So now the last part of this, we have the main content paragraph. All we have to do is give it a font size of something very small. 80. Will this work? Reduce the opacity as in the color of it, because if you look here, this color is slightly different, I would say, but not very different, but slightly, very slightly. Okay, the opacity, and let's arrange the line height. Now wait, I'll show you guys what the line height will do. I will take this font family here and should be here. Boom, done. Control S. Now we're done, right? But this is looking way squashed up. Is that the word? But this one has space between the first line and the second line. There's like space between them. So we have line height property. So I'll give the line height of 1.5. I think that'll be enough. So let's save this. Let's see. I mean, it looks fair. It doesn't look bad. I mean, and it looks close. It looks close to this, I feel. So guys, I mean, that was something, right? At least we tried something more than just a navigation. And so guys, listen, don't worry. With time, right, you guys will be able to put two and two together. Like what I did here was a bit of experience, because how I made this image fit perfectly on this line was basically I created a div tag, and inside of that div tag I added another div tag. Then I used the div tag inside as an image, and I made it basically live like a parasite to his parent. It will be a bit, it might sound crazy, but it will be very obvious to you guys soon. Don't worry, I got y'all. So guys, thank you so much for today's lesson, for the time and everything, and hopefully we'll see you again. So yeah, have a good one guys, and peace out.